are just not compatible with him. It's not because you're not pretty enough or you're like not cool enough or he's found someone better or he's too good for you. It's literally you're just not compatible.
That is huge! That is absolutely huge!
No, they don't think like we do. It's so much simpler in their brains. Their brains are like black and white compared to ours. If he wanted to make time to see you, he would. If he wanted to reply to your message, it takes 1 second, he would. If he didn't want to ghost you, he wouldn't. We have made the bar so low that a man just behaving in a way that a woman would behave and being so considerate and open and sensitive and respectful is like he is like God's gift to the earth. No, that should be what you expect from a man. He is also lucky to have you.
Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Give me the sip rep and let's get started with this woman who is 30 years old. So that means that she's either going to be putting on makeup like a clown, or she's going to be in a car drinking quote-unquote coffee. And I say in quotations because the coffee that women often drink is 40% milk, 40% sugar, 18% ice and 2% coffee. So this one right here, guys, she's gonna be putting a cake on her face. So let's see what her troubles are in dating and let's see what her thoughts are.
If you're single, please listen to this. Some things I've learned.
Guys, before we continue, I've yet to hear a woman over 30 giving good dating advice. Right? I've been doing this for over a year. Let's see which will be the beautiful, day of God that I see a woman actually giving some reasonable dating advice.
Over the years, there's nothing wrong with you. He is just not the right guy. Oh my God, when we're young,
Guys, sorry to pause it. I'm gonna let it play after this for a while, but the first words that come out of her mouth is, it's not because you did something wrong, you deserve better, and it couldn't be you. Like literally the worst advice when someone makes a mistake or is not succeeding in something, right? Like picture you're not getting the body that you want, you're out of shape, and the first thing a friend tells you is, bro, it's not because of you, don't worry, it's everything else but not you. It's literally the worst advice you can give any person. But anyway, let's continue, guys.
we somehow manage to make everything our fault because we're so insecure that we can't see the situation for what it is. You are just not compatible with him. It's not because you're not pretty enough or you're like not cool enough or he's found someone better or he's too good for you. It's literally you're just not compatible. I've never understood why when you have a falling out with a guy that you like, or he dumps you or ghosts you or something like that, how we tend to blame ourselves. It's like we're the ones that needed to do more, or we are the ones that weren't good enough.
Yeah, it's literally your brain trying for you to see where you failed and why you didn't achieve what you wanted, right? It's literally your brain just trying its hardest for you not to be dumb, but you just had to ignore your gut. You had to ignore the subconscious thinking of, hey, something didn't go the way I wanted to, so maybe I did something wrong. But no, you just had to cope in the hardest way possible. How convenient, isn't it, guys? It couldn't be me, right? I mean, if I'm 30 and single, it just couldn't be me. It's the universe, God, I'm not compatible, I deserve something better, he's not on my level. The same old story, guys.
It's like, where does he lie in this situation? Like, why do we have to take all of the responsibility if you're having to constantly...
Because he is the one that walked away, right? Because it shows that he has better options. It's the same with women. When they ghost simps and they don't care about simps and they ignore the guy who's DMing them, it's because they have more options and they don't want to settle for someone who they deem beneath their level. It's the same with Chad, right? Like, just picture a simp texting a woman for 1 year every day, and then he says, yeah, it's just we're not compatible. It's just I deserve something better. Bro, what do you mean? The guy walked on you, right? He walked away. He didn't want you. He had better options. He didn't care about you. not enough to even remember your name. And you come with this bullcrap of, it couldn't be me, you know, I'm perfect, I deserve the best.
Constantly wonder where you stand with someone, move on, move on. It's the same old cliche. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to let you know exactly where you stand with him, he would make it obvious. You wouldn't have to be guessing. I see people like stressing over, oh my God, he watched my story, or oh my God, he didn't text me back, or oh my God, he did this, he did that. I bet it means this, I bet it means that. No, they don't think like we do. It's so much simpler in their brains. Their brains are like black and white compared to ours. If he wanted to make time to see you, he would. If he wanted to reply to your message, it takes 1 second, he would. If he didn't want to ghost you, he wouldn't. If he didn't reply to you fast enough, maybe he's busy, but if it's a pattern, maybe he just doesn't prioritize you. Take off those rose-colored glasses because they are affecting your judgment. I don't care how lucky you feel to be dating someone, they are just as lucky to be dating you. I have the best fiance in the entire world. He's amazing. And I often get comments from people saying, oh my God, you're so lucky to have him, you're so lucky. Because the bar for men is like on the ground. And I am lucky to have him. I love him more than life itself. But the way he behaves should be the standard amongst men. Like, we have made the bar so low that a man just behaving in a way that a woman would behave and being so considerate and open and sensitive and respectful is...
First off, men don't have to behave in the way that women behave, right? If men behave the way women behaved, first off, no problem will ever be solved, right, gentlemen? Second off, just don't. Guys, they don't need to be that considerate and that sensitive, all right? You'll never hear a man saying, the first thing I want, you know, the first quality that I respect the most is my sensitivity, right? So that's out of the way. Now, second, apparently, guys, if you are this 10 out of 10 man who is just incredibly good with women and you have everything right, you make all the right decisions, you're nothing special. You're just the bare minimum. You're a 5 out of 10. You're just doing what you're supposed to, right? I mean, hey, it's why God, you know, brought you upon this world to fulfill your duties, and at best you will be just average. What the hell is this, man? You know, and we hear this from a woman who lives in the era, in the culture where you cannot ask women to be feminine, right? You literally cannot ask or expect of them to be what's intended of them, okay? For a female to be feminine, you cannot ask them to not have hair under their armpits, right? You can't ask them to be fit. If you tell a woman, I don't like dating women who are overweight, they get mad, you know, like, oh, don't control me. Like, you're asking something out of this world when you're literally asking, hey, don't be fat, all right? You can't ask that nowadays out of women, right? The most basic things. But if you are this top man who does all the right things, it's just expected. Like, don't be proud of yourself. Well, all right then.
Like, he is like God's gift to the earth. No, that should be what you expect from a man. He is also lucky to have you. When I get those comments, I reply back and say, he's also lucky to have me, because he is. Know your worth in a relationship. That is how you're going to attract someone that you actually deserve.
Okay, but what do you bring to the table, right? If everyone notices that he is so perfect, so good, what do they notice about you? Like, you know, can you tell me something? Like, for example, I pull my weight in the relationship, and not by some bullcrap like I do the mental labor. No, tell me, what are you actually doing? You know, are you helping him? Are you supporting him? Are you doing anything around the house? Or are you just living off of his money, right? And what about your past, you know? Because it sounds like you've been chasing Chad in your early years, so that's not something good you bring to the table, you know? Guys, in this woman's eyes, what she is doing is, I don't know, like, being pretty. If you ask this woman, what do you bring to the table? She'll tell you, I'm just really supportive. I do the mental labor in the relationship, and I'm really pretty, and he's just so lucky to have me. Meanwhile, there are thousands of women just like her.
Because if you attract someone that you think you deserve because your self-worth is low, guess what? They're probably going to treat you poorly. But if you think to yourself, like I do, I'm a really good person, I have a lot to offer a potential partner, and they are lucky to have me, then you are going to be able to...
Yeah, what did I tell you guys? I have a lot to offer, I have a lot to offer. Yet she cannot mention one specific thing, right? She cannot do it. She just has a lot to offer and the guy is lucky to have me. Why? We'll never know. Okay, that's just how it is.
Weed out the pieces of crap that are wasting your time. This is becoming a rant and I'm getting a little bit sidetracked, but this is actually probably the most important thing that I'm just going to sideline the whole video for and talk about this in particular. Self-worth. If you think that you have self-worth issues, I mean, don't we all to some degree, right? But that is a topic for a therapist because this affects every aspect of your life. If your self-worth is low, it doesn't matter who you meet, the relationship is not going to be serving you in the way that it should. My current partner is like one of those unicorn men that is just the best. I am obsessed with him. He is incredible. And as I said, everyone always says that I'm so lucky. But like at the start of our relationship, I laid down very clear ground rules, and those were just small things. Like in an argument, we don't raise our voice, we don't swear. If you speak to me in a way that I don't appreciate, even if it's the slightest tone, I will pull you up on it because I'm not going to be spoken to in a way that does not show me the respect that I deserve. And it's not like he would ever speak down to me anyway, but I'm talking small things. And the same goes with me. If I say something to him that is upsetting to him, he will tell me because we have a mutual respect. We're both sensitive people that deserve to be treated well because we are good people. So unless you feel that you are a good person that deserves to be treated properly, oh my God, ignore the fake tan that does not exist on my hand, then you're not going to find someone who treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. Like it all starts with the way you view yourself. If your view of yourself is skewed, any person that you date is not going to be worthy of you.
I've come to hate so much this term deserve. You know, after I started the channel, it's like every woman telling that you deserve. Guys, you deserve what you have right now. If you were to deserve something more, you would have won it, you would have achieved it. All right, you literally don't deserve anything more. Like people in sports, what they deserve is what they get. If they don't get first place, it's because they haven't trained enough, it's because they don't deserve it. And she just she just mentioned, if you don't have self-worth, you're not going to get the person that you are worthy of, or the other person is not going to be worthy of you. Why? If you are in a bad moment of your life and you don't have self-worth, why is the other person not going to be worthy of you? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Like, it's literally an oxymoron with this woman is speaking. And guys, in reality, you hear all these women talking about how they need more self-worth and they deserve and all those things. But the reality is they really don't have self-worth, all right? No matter how arrogant they are, that is like the irony. They are extremely arrogant and narcissistic, but they are not, they do not possess self-worth. Why? Because first off, they don't respect themselves enough to not date the bad boys that are just going to play them, right? If they had the minimal amount of self-worth and respect for themselves, they will go for a better guy that is not wasting their time. They don't value their own time. They don't value their bodies, right? They're giving it out left and right to all the chads. They don't value anything, man. They don't value their future, their past, their present, their body, their time, nothing. So, women nowadays, they don't have a lot of self-worth, to be honest with you guys. No worth in general, right? Like, women in the past, they used to value their time and their future much more. And this is why they just didn't mess around that much. So reality is, women really don't have a lot of self-worth. But what do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below.
They are going to be below your worth, but you're going to accept them because that's what you think you deserve is less than your worth. Does that make sense? So you're going to find someone that ends up just reinforcing all of these bad beliefs you have about yourself and all of these insecurities you have because they're a jerk and you attracted them because it's what you thought you deserve when you deserve.
No, you didn't attract them, you chased them. You're right. I've never heard a woman take accountability about that. We have women who are, serial daters, of chads and unavailable men and emotionally withdrawn men, and they've had like 16 situationships with the same type of men, and instead of saying, you know what, I am picking those guys, I am going for them, I am allowing them into my life, they make it sound like I attract them, you know, like I have no choice. It's not upon me to decide whether I date them or not. They just pop into my life, they appear. You know, I cannot change my own law. This is a core event that I cannot skip, right? I just can't go for other men. Notice how absurd it sounds, gentlemen.
Way more than that, but you just don't see it because your self-worth is too low. Okay, does that make any sense? I hope so. This might be a little woo-woo for some of you, but hear me out. Write a list of your perfect partner, down to the smallest details. Write the things that you want in your potential partner. I even wrote that he liked horror movies, that he had a flexible work schedule. Like, I'm talking the smallest details. I did this years ago from the advice of my dad, and Reese is that person to a T. It is actually shocking how accurate it is. I can talk more about this in a separate video if you're interested, but honestly, write that list and believe you will find that person. Even if you have to fake it till you make it, just believe it. Envision it. Visualize yourself dating this person and how amazing you'll feel and how much it'll transform your life and all the amazing things you'll do together. Also, if you've just been broken up with...
Yeah, guys, just, in other words, manifest him. So, ladies, please write that list down. It has to be at least 60, you know, preferences. Like a freaking essay. Just, it has to be a minimum of 600 words or it's not acceptable. Write down all the bullcrap that you want. You know, usual things that women want are a man who is serious but at the same time funny, a man who is attractive, a man who has a lot of money but at the same time a lot of free time. You know, that's somehow compatible. You know, a man who works his behind off but at the same time spends every free minute of the day with me. A man who is decisive and willing to take the lead, but at the same time validate me and respect all my choices and always listen to me. Yeah, write that stupid list down and then never settle. Never lower your standards. Never settle down for a man that doesn't fulfill all the list. You know, every T, every iota. And that's it. And you know, wait till you're 30, 40, you know, just don't worry, he'll come. Even if you reach 70 and you're still single, don't worry. There's a man out there that you deserve. You just have to manifest him. The art of manifesting.
Please read the book. It's called A Breakup because it's broken. I haven't read it since I was like a teenager, but I spoke about it in one of my YouTube videos years ago and it was such a good video and the title itself is so true. Do not try to go back to this person. It's called A Breakup because it's broken. Love should be unconditional. It was not unconditional enough if you broke up for whatever reason. If you were meant to be, you would be together. It is as simple as that. Please, please respect yourself enough to move on and find the perfect person for you.
Guys, she's going to do a part 2. We're not going to watch it, of course. I'm going to get an aneurysm if I watch more bad dating advice. I don't know why this guy is dating her. I seriously don't know. There have to be a more attractive woman and a little bit more clever, if I have to be honest, guys. But now I've reserved, you know, the cherry on top of the cake. We've had all this terrible, terrible advice that, guys, if you want to be better in life, this goes for women as well. Just everything she says, do the opposite and you're gonna be good, right? The only good thing about these videos is that if you do literally the opposite of them, you're gonna find, you know, you're gonna be a lot closer to what dating actually is. But now, guys, the cherry on top of the cake, we have a masculine woman. One of these that I really love. So let's watch together.
I just feel like ranting about this because I don't work today, and maybe that's why all my friends on shits hate me. Whatever, suck my left tit. So when I went on a date with this guy, this is a red flag. He crossed his legs. Like, he had his, like, you know, us girls, we sit, we put our legs, like, one leg over the other.
So first off, she has to be obscene. You've heard it. A big red flag. And second off, she says that a red flag is for a guy to cross his legs when sitting. I just have no idea why that would be a red flag. a lot of men sit like that. Not the majority, but a lot of men do. And some really famous people, you know, like Oppenheimer, used to sit that way. So what? Oppenheimer is a red flag. I just don't get it, man.
He sat like that. I was like, doesn't your dick hurt? Like, I'm just looking out for your balls here. Like, why are you sitting like that? Oh, and then I'm kind of thinking, like, should I be concerned? Because your dick should hurt.
No, it shouldn't. Are you retarded? Right? I had a woman ask this. You know, she asked me this because I also sit in this way, you know, with my legs crossed. And she asked me, where do I leave space for that, right? And I just don't understand it, guys. I mean, a lot of men sleep, you know, facing down, and it's no problem, right? Or women have breasts, but they also sleep facing down, so there's just no problem doing it. I don't know what these women picture in their mind. I don't know if they are stupid or something, but damn it, man.
So, that was a red flag, and he did end up acting like a bitch. So, you guys sit with the legs crossed over like that. I'm just saying, that's a little sus. It's a little sus. I don't even think I do. I think I sit with my legs open. Like, I'm weird, and I don't even know if I'm a girl half the time. But I just wanted to vent about that, because I've never seen that before, and that just gave me the ick. Like, I'm concerned. And don't mind that I'm still painting. You know, I just moved here 6 months ago. Fuck off. So, yeah.
Yeah, just what a beautiful woman. Obscene, stupid, arrogant, and narcissistic. What a good mix, gentlemen. It's good to have these absolute 0 out of 10 women from time to time on the channel, just to remind you guys why dating nowadays sucks so much. Alright, if some of you from time to time feel lonely or bored and you think, well, you know, maybe I'm gonna find a good woman out there, maybe the dating pool has changed. We just have to show one of these women from time to time to remind you what the average woman nowadays is like. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.